folks, we're back, but with a difference. What's the difference? Well, this is the first time that we've actually been out and about on Thursday, a non-guard change day, for quite some time. Why is that relevant? Well, it's potentially going to be the hottest day of the year, folks, as the lady in front of me would testify. Yep, really hot, really sunny, really bright, etc., etc. And I mean, there are some clouds in the sky. I was going to say there's not a cloud in the sky. There are some clouds in the sky. However, it is very, very, very blue. I mean, it's gloriously blue. Look at this, folks. I mean, how quintessentially glorious in London is that? Now, the interesting thing is, where I'm standing right now, a few moments ago, I'll show you if you're still there. There are some spotters on the bridge. Now, that's interesting to me because there are no scammers on the bridge. Unless it's some kind of, I don't know, maybe pickpockets. Definite spotters, massively eyeballing when I came across, wearing aviator sunglasses, but no ball and cup. I mean, I'm close to the south side of the bridge where I'm standing right now. I don't need to go any further because they never go that further down anyway. There's no one operating that end, that's the quiet end. Very, very curious. But I mean, isn't that absolutely spectacular? We're 22, 23 degrees today. Almost no breeze at all. The camera isn't making the river look like a pea green soup, folks. It actually is a pea green soup for 99% of the time. Either that or some mushy, disgusting brown, like Hungarian goulash is what I would call it, actually, typically. Now, I don't think... Actually, wait, guys, do you think I should risk jumping off the bridge to land on top of the boat as it goes under, like they do in those Hollywood action movies? Okay, let's try. Let's see if we can do it. Okay. Not really. I mean, come on. I mean, to be honest, I'd probably end up worst way with some damaged ankles, if not actually broken legs. But that's really beautiful, isn't it? I want to share this spectacular light with you all, hopefully, especially those of you waking up around the world, having breakfast this morning, maybe watching this video, will be like, whoa, I wish I was in London, it's so beautiful. And at times like this, ladies and gents, it really is. Yeah, it really is. This is probably the, let me think, probably only the third time this year we've had this kind of weather. In other words, virtually flawless. Hold on, I'm going to try and risk not getting run over on the bridge. 1 second. Taxis are getting really close these days. They're like, whoa, we're not stopping for you, boy. Okay, no one's going to stop for me. I'll take a risk, folks, just for you lovely viewers. And for from this dude here.
Yeah, that's fine. So I need my cab details.
Apparently, the guy walking by is on the phone to his stockbroker. So I need my account details. I want to cash out all of my Nvidia profit right now while I can buy 2 houses. If we leave it till tomorrow, I'm not going to have enough money to buy any more than 1 house. I get his frustration, guys, even though I own no Nvidia stock, sadly. As an indication, folks, if you bought Nvidia 20 years ago with $10,000, you would now have, get ready for it, more than $5 million. Yeah, that's how much the stock has risen. I can't even speak. Risen. That's how much the stock has risen in those 2 decades. Extraordinary, isn't it, really? But then again, who would have predicted an AI revolution would happen so quickly, and that Nvidia would have been at the forefront of that AI revolution.
Hello!
Cyclist, like, ringing the bell as hard as he can, then screaming hello. She still didn't get it. Oh goodness me. Oh damn it! Hold on. Sorry. Silly me. I was going to show you the. I can't see them now. The spotter turds, who I think are no longer there.
That building there, that's Portcullis House.
Oh, that's Portcullis House, according to the chap there. He's actually right, it is Portcullis House. That is the pyramid of excess that MPs built to themselves. Yeah, when this country was actually rich enough to be able to afford to build new buildings, they've decided to build that. I mean, it's not the greatest looking thing, is it, to be honest? Especially when you compare it to the old version that they had next door, i.e. this. Look. You know, I mean, it would be worth getting the country into debt for 100 years to build something that amazing. But sadly, there are not too many things that we do build here in the UK that are going to last, going to endure. I mean, not that I can think of anyway. And to be honest, that's kind of sad in a way, for different reasons, but there we are. Okay, so we're back on the north side. I mean, we were kind of on the north side all along, but you know, heading toward the south side, but we're north side proper now. This is the really dodgy side, guys. This is basically like the hood of London. Okay, if you think about you know, the most dangerous slums in the world, we're heading into one right now. If I make it across the road, that is, without the bus squashing me, look. That's pretty close. Ah. Oh, great. I'm now sandwiched in the middle, look. Sandwiched between the bike lane and the traffic lane. I'm going to be the sausage in the sausage roll. I'm going to be the filling in a minute. It's odd because the bridge is rarely this busy, but I noticed last night when I was out that for some reason there were traffic issues, massive traffic issues in central London. It took me an hour to get from Piccadilly to West London, which makes me like, hold on, what's going on here? Yeah, something was definitely off yesterday. They just decide sometimes to drop cones down. Look at this dude, look, just chilling on his little tuk-tuk. He's like, well, if somebody offers me €1,000, I might take them somewhere. In my pink t-shirt. In fact, there's, whoa, look, they're lined up along the riverbank, multiple tuk-tuks. Word has gotten out there that, you know what, they're a rip-off, folks, don't fall for it. Give you an idea, hold on, before I get run over, wait. As we go to cross, forgetting about the cyclists. See, I mean, I've just realised that a good indication would be to cross when everyone else crosses. No, that might be the smartest. Yeah, the group or herd mentality. Plus, if they're all wrong, they get mowed over before me. Hopefully, that many bodies will protect me from the vehicle. Yeah, to give you an idea, a friend of mine took a tuk-tuk this weekend from central London, near to Leicester Square, just across the river to Battersea. It took about 30-35 minutes, which, okay, is not that long. It's not a long journey, but obviously it's slow when you're being pedalled. He tried to charge her £300. Yeah, I wouldn't believe it, would you, folks? Obviously she laughed and said, I'll give you £100, I'll give you nothing. And he took the 100. But even 100 is at least 100% a joke. That journey, 40, maybe 50 tops. So ladies, don't fall for it. And not only that, they're quite intimidating, you know, especially if late at night, if they dropped you in some, you know, relatively quiet residential area. You don't want to get into an argument with some scumbag, do you? But yeah, that's the reality, the sad reality. If you're not kind of, you know, at least mentally prepared for the scammers, the scams, and the undesirables of ripping people off. That's the biggest problem, in fact, that we've got here. Then again, as many people have said before, you know, import the third world, become the third world. Hardly a surprise, really. Oops. Wait, somebody almost walked straight into me then. Okay, this end, folks, as you know, is never really that busy in terms of people, but look at it today, look. Eek. Now, I'm hoping, of course, secretly or otherwise, that Arnie will be on, Radon. No guarantees, because if, for example, she damaged somebody badly yesterday, the lifeguards would have pulled her off. However, having had a look across the usual channels yesterday, I didn't see anything that would indicate she was a naughty girl. I mean, a few bad things happened. They were captured in my part 2, which by the time you're watching this you would have seen. Part 2 of the YouTuber Gets Banned series, that is. Traffic is really crazy, actually, for this time on a weekday. Really, really unusual. I'm not going to risk it on this corner, definitely not. He's like, are you filming me, son? This bro is like, do not film me, I didn't shave. This guy's like, film me if you want, I couldn't care less. The dude on the scooter, nice little smile. I think he's probably Danish. Yeah, that was that Danish thing, Danish viewers. Hygge. And that kind of, you know, that general contentedness, happiness in life. Hygge, can't remember how to say it. There's not an English word that that is equivalent to that Danish word. It's spelled like H-U-G-G-E. Hygge. Hygge. Anyway, guess where we are, folks? We're back. Yeah, we're back. Why does every time we end up being here, 9 times out of 10, it ends up being a lady tourist that pulls the silly faces and sticks one leg in the air and all this kind of weirdness. I don't get it, but there we are. Anyway, let's leave them to it. I'm spending too much time in that phone box, folks. People will come and think I'm touting for business. Oopsie. Let's hope we actually make it to Horseguards today without getting pushed, shoved, abused, or, most importantly, encountering and getting involved in filming any protests. Oh, hold on 1 second. Dude is doing, wait, yeah, the girls were angry. They said to him, what if I said don't post it? And he said, oh, don't worry, I won't. I don't recognise him though, actually. The thing is, you get a lot of these, reaction type TikTokers, guys that will, walk around, harass girls, ask them for dates, take the mick or whatever. I think personally that's kind of a bit trashy, but hey, if I haven't got any original ideas for content, I guess I need to scrape the barrel. Wow, look, I mean, there are a lot of people even at this part of Whitehall. Not even sure what they're waiting for, to be honest. But... oh, that's what they're waiting for, the phone box. Queues and queues of people. Kind of cute, I guess. Okay, so Myanmar protest was on the left here yesterday as we went through. Oh my good lord, what is going on in Whitehall today? It's like a protest day, except there's no protest. Oh my gosh. It's actually, I think, a US school group, that is. I thought it was a British school group that have got an American teacher. I don't recall us ever. We've had a couple of sports teams. I remember basketball team, baseball teams. We had that amazing Canadian ice skating team last year. I didn't ever remember like a kind of, junior high group. Because I guess that would be like crazy expensive, to fly, I don't know, 50, 100 kids or whatever. They need to charter the whole plane. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but obviously it's not as common here as the Frenchy, Spanish, Italian, whatever Western European groups. I mean, it's bad enough actually thinking about it coming from Poland. Either they bring them over by coach, which is a hell of a journey all the way through Germany, and then France, and then the ferry. That's 24-hour plus journey. Or they would potentially, I guess, fly them to Stansted, but I don't know. Flying a school group that big? I'm sort of walking slowly so that I can spot a way through before I get myself stuffed in the crowd, and the camera basically scratching someone's neck. So I'm not being intentionally slow. I'm just waiting for the crowd to move a little bit so I can follow it. I mean, is it at least moving? Gosh, if it's going to be like this at Horseguards, it'll be worse than yesterday. Temperature-wise, this is probably going to be the second, I think. I can't remember back. We had 1 or 2 hot days, didn't we, last month? Very, very briefly. In fact, the horses got watered once this year. We had a kind of 25, 26 day, but that was, I think it was the beginning of May. Nothing since. I mean, the horses have not been watered since, so we've hit nowhere near 25 recently. Today, maybe, but even that's not a guarantee that the horses will be watered. They need to worry about it pushing towards 30 before they start bringing up the pails of water. Let's not forget the horses are only there for an hour at the end of the day. And as I look at it, if a lot of people, tourists, other people, myself, the troopers in all of that kit, can go an hour without drinking, then the horse can as well. Okay, so, ladies and gents, next stop, horse guards, and hopefully, Radon. I mean, worst way, it'll be busy and interesting anyway, but they might also, if they have swapped up the horses, bring out one or two that we didn't see yesterday. So there is also that to take into consideration. All in all, I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, the lifeguard in the further box has brought the horse right out. So I'm guessing that horse definitely is not Radon. Now either there's no horse in the near box, or that horse is right back in the box, because I can't see a horse or a trooper. I wonder what happened. Let's see. Oh, hold on, people are emerging from the box. What happened? Horse quit, I wonder? Did we have a horsey meltdown? I have no clue, but there's no horse in this box. That's interesting. I'm not going to move into the other, bother moving to the other end for a moment, even though it's absolutely rammed there. How long do you think, folks, before people will start traversing the box? Hey, not long. To be fair though, and I think a lot of you would agree with this, if they actively didn't want people walking through the box at these points, they'd close the back doors, wouldn't they? In which case nobody would walk through the box because there would be nowhere to walk to. Let me ask the officer if we had a horsey meltdown. Oh yeah, did he have a meltdown? That one gone in?
Yeah, he did for a bit. Yeah, should be bringing out another one in a minute.
Right before the hour, a cheeky scoundrel horse.
Yeah. Well, he's been here about 10 minutes now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So probably just had enough of the sunshine.
It could be. Could be a lot of things, you know.
Or this lot. I mean, look at it.
Yeah, it's the weather, isn't it? It's only getting warmer as well.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit scary actually. I've just been on the bridge. No scammers, but it is absolutely chocker.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so busy today.
Kicks are vibrated.
Bet you wish I thought of that.
Yeah, smart man. Smart man. Have a good one.
See you later. Okay, guys. So the horse officer just said the horse was gone. He was off. He's had enough. I don't know if it's because it was too hot, too many people, whatever. But at least no one's walking in and out of the box. I mean, I see that as being a huge positive that people are respect. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, goodness me. Look, they've even sort of left the doors unchained. It's interesting because you see how many people decide, yeah, I'm just going to stroll around through the box and then have second thoughts. However, there's no poo-poo on the floor today. Actually looks so clean. I'd even have a picnic there, folks. I would, yeah, even without a blanket. I'd sit there, put my sandwiches on the floor, rub them around a little bit, that authentic horseguards organic flavouring. Yummy! Okay, so one horse. Now the thing is, it's about 7 minutes to the hour. So I'm thinking to myself, will they bother bringing another horse before the actual changeover? I don't think they will. The officer said the horse went about 10 minutes ago, give or take. So there's not really much point in them bringing out another horse now to potentially only stand there for 5 minutes and have to go back in again. Big waste of effort. Problem is with the situation here, with only one horse being out in the box, you can see, you've got an idea of just how mad it is. Look, I mean, that horse is properly surrounded now. I think you'd all agree with me. Madness. However, yours truly find an insertion point. I'm always more worried about the extraction point, to be honest. Ta-da! There we are. That's that for front row seat, folks. What do we think? To be honest, I was probably just like, you know what? I can't wait to leave. It's ready for a sleep.
James. James.
And you can see Toys have properly swapped up their jackets and puffer coats for OG summer outfits. So the last guys, I'm not convinced that it will, to be honest. I'm surprised me at all if we're standing here in a week from now and it's raining. Just when we think it's begun, it ends as quickly as it began. We've been May saying, oh here we are, summer's arrived early. Boom, lasted 2 days. The bro on the left is entranced by the horses. Mum had to drag him away. That's a better idea, actually pretend to touch the horse. Like, lay your hand about 2 millimeters from the horse's coat. Oh, nibble, nibble. It'd be interesting actually to know whether the horse at the other end that did quit or go back in was Rasen. I don't instinctively think it would have been. However, this trooper yesterday was in this box. It could have been.
Very pretty.
That's actually a good picture, to be fair. Nice one. That's the way to do it, actually, isn't it? If you want to get yourself and your partner in without risking your phone being stolen by some unscrupulous scoundrel. That was actually probably one of the best couple selfies we've seen here. Brilliant. Which one's the horse going for? What do we think?
Nie podoba mi.
Nie dotykaj. Okay.
The toys keep growing, folks. They're going to need bigger horses.
Nie podoba mi.
I think. Oh, there we go. It didn't take long, did it? Look at this. Oh, hi everybody. It's my horse.
Lucy, déjame tu móvil. Lucy, déjame tu móvil.
I wasn't really expecting that we'd see anyone watching the rain, but hey, what a surprise! They never failed to failed to disappoint. I brought my kid all the way from Paddyfields to give to the King's horse. Thank you, kind sir. He's like, those are the teeth. When it bites you, it won't hurt. Yep, just standing right in front of the camera. Don't worry about it.
Się bawi z koniem.
Don't worry about the bro that's with his kid.
Estão com o homem, está. Vive som.
Bliżej do konia, co tam na konie? Bliżej.
Bliżej.
Risky. The BJ, very risky. And notice actually, it's always the husbands that give the whole, blige thing to the wife. It's just like, get yourself over there. I said, no. I can't understand how she didn't notice the guy was standing there with his kid all that time. He just walked over, stood right in front of him. The absolute lack of situational social awareness is extraordinary, and I don't know if anywhere else I've ever been in the world where it's this bad. I don't get it, folks. Is it something to do with the architecture? Is it that people check themselves up mentally when they arrive? I don't get it. Utterly extraordinary. David Attenborough will come along one day, folks, and tell us. Here we go. That's more like it. This old chap here is going to jump out of his skin.
Behind the bollards, please. Thank you very much.
Love it. A one-man force of fear, verbal fear. Absolutely superb. This tourist hasn't obviously heard his exceedingly loud and clear verbal instructions. He's going to rugby tackle him onto the floor then. Right, let's centre that camera and see which horses we're going to end up with next. I didn't even bother looking at the one we've got in front of us, folks. Not because I don't care, but because time's almost up anyway. So let's focus on what's happening next. And the two new beauties. The yard is actually pretty chocker, look. Got a couple of senior officers about to emerge. Okay, they're going to come out the gate during the guard change. This will be interesting. 1 second. Or are they going to wait and watch? No, they're waiting in the corner actually. Oh no, there they are. Look. I came out of the box. Followed by one tourist. This bro, look. This jogger bro thought he was going to follow them. I mean, considering they're senior MOD officials, I guess they're allowed to go wherever they want, but I did think they would wait actually and then come out. But hey, time waits for no man when you're important. Okay, so just looking at the two horses coming out, other horse at the other end is definitely 100% not Raden, I can tell you that. Let's see who's up next here. Horse is swishing away behind us. Oh, small and cute one actually. Wow, very, very small. This is probably the smallest horse I've seen there. It's a teeny horse. One minute guys, I'll get you the name. If I was actually logging into the correct email account, 1 second. Okay, so let's see if we can pick the name of this one. Very, very, very. I think this might be the smallest lifeguard horse we've ever seen. Just taking the picture, 1 second. Yeah. This horse is very familiar. This horse is. Oh, it's Rommel. Rommel's returned. The desert rat himself is back. Okay, so if they have Rommel out.
Don't touch.
Oh. There we are. First time straight away, a verbal off the reins. And the guy that's been don't touch, I thought was actually a husband for a second, but it's not. It's another tourist who's taking a picture of his lovely girlfriend on the other side of the horse. So now we've got the tourists policing the tourists. I did say yesterday, if you remember folks, in part 2, that I really do like this guard a lot. Great demeanour, very friendly. He was laughing and chatting away with different tourists and answering questions yesterday. But notice how firm he is where he needs to be. Brilliant stuff, eh? That's the way to do it. Thanks, dude. We'll go and spot the other one in a minute, but for the moment I'm happy here. Got a good spot, we're right in front. I'm the only person that's filming here in front of this horse at the moment. How on earth is Rommel not a mare, people? Uno, dos y tres. the second one, folks. Didn't take long, did it? There we are. Just saying yesterday, it's been weeks since we had it, and then we get two, just like a bus. This pro on the left push is friendly more in my camera. Okay, are we going to make it a triple? What do we think, folks? Are we going to make it to 3? For the first time in... Actually, it'll be the first time this year if we make it to 3. Oh, wait, they're now having... God, it's actually having a kind of discussion, argument. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a video. Sorry. I was just saying that it's been so long since we've seen anyone getting told verbally not to touch the reins. It just happened twice in 2 minutes. So I'm hoping for a third. Massively, but hey, I mean, you know, if it's about this big, always going to get a few clowns, am I right?
Always. Anyway, I just wanted to stop by and say I enjoy your videos.
Very kind, I appreciate that.
You taught me a lot.
Really?
Oh, yes, you did. About history and what not to do and what to do. So,
Oh, so you haven't got in trouble here so far?
no, I've kept my hands to myself.
Okay, that's a good starting point. Where are you from? Oh, okay. So that's a very old-fashioned, traditional, respectful state. Ah.
I missed it, but I now live in Charlotte.
But you miss New York. I mean, given that there are a lot of social problems
It's
here.
wonderful being in a big bustling city such as London is.
Sort of nostalgic a little bit for New York. I can imagine. Thank
I'll
you.
be tuning in and liking.
Oh, someone that'd be very kind. Thanks for saying hi.
Good job.
See you. Oh wow, that was lovely, folks. Just when I'm talking with a lovely viewer from New York, as you heard, but now living in Charlottesville, NC. I think we had, there was no shout from the trooper, but we had a third, I think, I just turned, look at the chap over there in the black cap was our third miscreant. We've got to go for the triple, so come on, we've got to go for the triple. So I'm not moving. I'm going to pretend that my feet are glued to the floor. One more, you little scoundrel. I'm liking the eye contact from this horse, actually. The second I move, there'll be the triple. I just flipping know it. Oh, look, she's trying to hide her novel bag behind her for the picture. Smart thinking. Thanks, it's all good, don't worry. They were kind of like wriggling around me, the two guys, not sure where to stand, etc., where to put their heads. One of them kind of pops up. Almost between my legs. Super weird, honestly, like very weird. Oh, the trooper would respond to her, but I don't think he can hear her. I mean, I can't hear her. Right, we've got a sacrifice being lined up, everybody. Once this lady's out the way, the kid's going to be offered up. He's just been blessed. The priest has just left. Kid's ready. Look, see the trooper's super nice, in fact. He's saying it's okay, you can stroke him. You see that? Amazing. This should be the, no disrespect to other troopers, this should be the public face of HCAV. You know, modestly and selectively engaging is how I would phrase it. If there's more of a human face to the troopers and their function here, I think that arguably that would see a better response from a lot of the disrespectful tourists. These engagements that we saw yesterday and again today, really unusual, real pleasure. It's not the only trooper that's like that. A lot of you will remember a certain blue-eyed lifeguard who is still in the regiment. He was at Trooping the Colour. He'll be back here at some point, I don't know when. But yeah, one of the one of the lifeguards that was selected for the Elizabeth Cup foursome. It's good we haven't got a nippy horse actually, because all of the people standing here now, including the lady just off camera, have got sticks. They would not be able to react and get out of the way quickly if the horse nipped them. The rumble's being super chill actually, it's being really good. Unlike the tourists, who are not. Okay, is this strapping fellow going to grab the reins? What do we think, folks? Will he be number 3? He didn't even want to stop and get his picture taken. Lucky enough, the guy in front of me is really, really small, short. I'm making a video. Sorry, guys. I tend to lose my focus a little bit if I'm taking pictures of other people's cameras. Said I was willing to help Banana Man out, but not on this occasion.
Those eyes like scare me.
Oh, this kid's going to tickle the horse, guys. Get ready for the guard to shout. Tickle, tickle. Well, otherwise, what's the feather for? Actually, wait, I've just realised it's a quill pen. He's going to write a note to the king. So I was like, let's try and find a shop that sells parchment paper. Perfect picture. This, to be honest, guys, what we're going to have much more of, obviously now, we're going to have tons of people with the kids and babies, newborns and everything because of the imminent arrival of the summer holiday proper, not just for everyone around the world, but tomorrow is for, I believe, I don't actually know, among my kind of social circle of children's friends, I don't think there are any more school days. I think tomorrow is the final school day for all kids in the UK. Anyone else in the UK, if your kids are still at school next week, apologies, but I'm reasonably sure that is it tomorrow for everyone around the UK. Finally finito. Good numbers today actually. The guard is super chill. I think that he really enjoys his time in the box. I think you'd all agree with me from the way that he interacts with tourists selectively. See, look, again, he didn't ignore them. He's like, yep. And for a lot of people that would have saved or are coming from a long way away with small children, this might be the one and only time they visit London. So if the guard can help in some way and, by some small gesture, enhance it, give them a memory with their kid for the first time in an early picture, I think that's great personally. They're not tour guides, but they're human after all, let's be honest. See, it's like they care here today. Damn, where did you buy a hat like that, folks? Where is that hat from, people? What do we think? Chile? Panama, perhaps? Colours are amazing. Oh, somebody just dropped a book on the floor. 1 second, this guy's picked it up, he's found it. Is he going to keep it or take it to the person that drops it? Are they giving it back? Very thoughtful and considerate. Okay, back to Rommel. I should start coming out on the days when there aren't guard changes, in fact, folks. I'm not getting pushed or shoved anywhere near as much. More importantly, there are only a couple of people filming. It's an absolute pleasure to be standing here today, it really is. Now, moreover, the trooper is coming out. 1 second. Let me get myself way out of his way. I don't know if he's going to go left or right or come straight back in. Yes, yesterday, as far as I'm aware, they came straight back in every single time. I'm guessing probably because the crowd's being this, I don't know, that's what I'm looking for. Unwieldy. I'm guessing he probably thinks, you know what, unless the trooper on the horse really needs to talk to me, I can't be bothered. Okay, so on the other side, who is this massive, glorious, fluffy beauty? I seem to remember. 1 second, folks. I'm not quite front enough to capture the hoof number. This is one we've definitely seen recently. I remember seeing this horse. He's like, what do you mean? Recently? You saw me yesterday. I don't think we did see this one yesterday. Hold on. The hooves are different to the ones that we saw yesterday.
Io Paola, lo sente?
She's saluting. Look at that. Amazing, considering she's not in the military. Okay, let's have a look at those numbers. I'm seeing... Really hard to say. I was going to say maybe Venus, but it's not Venus. 1 second, folks. I'll move this right in front. Actually, then again, wait, looking at the number. Hold on. Oh, I'm super confused. Wait.
Thank you.
Every time I go to take a picture, wait, somebody comes over to the horse. 1 second. I mean, the number that I read, looking over my sunglasses, is the same number I pick up on the hoof, but that's saying Venus. You know what? I'm not even going to bother. If it's Venus, folks, you'll all know it. It looks too big for Venus. Then if it's not Venus, which horse is it? Okay, I'll leave you people to decide that. We're back with the Rommel anyway in a few minutes, so it's not really going to make like a fundamental difference, but the hoof number matches Venus on the list. Venus is a mare. This horse is flipping massive. So I guess I'm missing something. That said, I'm not directly in front, so I could well be misreading the number. Maybe it's a 6. And not the other number I think it is. I can't really tell. Folks, if you can ID this horse, big respect. We have seen it before, it's not a new one. right in front of us.
Choose the best one.
Touchy-feely. To be honest though, this horse doesn't look like good or whatever. Too big, too large. Couldn't care less. 1 second. Okay, so the police are being smart and chilling over there in the shade, and I do not blame them, to be honest. That is how warm it is, folks. People bringing little chairs to sit on and deal with the humid. In fact, it's not hot. Let me correct myself. How humid it is today. It's very humid. That's the killer in London in the summer. The flipping humidity is sticky as hell. That's kind of cute, though. Okay. Parents' kids stroller. How on earth the troopers not sweating buckets? I would never understand. Hyper fit or not, put that much kit on, you're going to be hot. Also, interestingly, why on earth is he wearing the cuirass? In fact, so's the chitsman. Isn't it odd, folks? Sometimes the corporal of horse will literally run out, bring them off of duty, take them in, like in front of everyone, looks like they're in trouble even though they're not, and have the cuirasses removed. Genuinely surprised actually that they're wearing the cuirasses. I mean, it's what is it, 12:30? It's not to 1, I think. Hold on. Yeah, and it's 12:20. In half an hour will be the absolute hottest part of the day. Very odd that the cuirasses are on. That said, I mean, I think, again, don't know, I think it's at the discretion of the individual corporal of horse. Oh! Familiar face. And that would certainly make sense actually, because why otherwise would it be that sometimes the corporal of horse will say to a trooper, look, come in. And it's done in a way that it looks like the trooper's being reprimanded or scolded, but absolutely not. Well, I'm getting deja vu in fact from yesterday's video here. It was this trooper that had disrespectful people right in front of him in his face. That's it, folks. Well done. Also, notice how, in fact, compared to not the previous video, but the first part, the YouTuber gets banned video, the first part, I think it was in that video when I mentioned the trooper was standing really far back and joked that, you know, maybe his friends or his colleagues glued the cuirass to the wall. Very odd, actually, how there's such a difference in terms of where the trooper who is in the chitsman role chooses to stand in the archway. Yeah, I personally don't really understand that inconsistency. One would think that, hold on a second, they're going to stand, you know, X marks the spot kind of thing, but it doesn't appear to be the case at all, does it? 1 second, let's wait for David Attenborough here to move out of the way. I think now, luckily, we're able to get directly in front, which is going to mean I'm going to call the horses Venus actually, folks, because that hoof stump is really clear to the naked eye. So unless I'm missing something, it is Venus. But that's got to be the biggest mare we've ever seen here. I mean, this horse is giant. The trooper's a big chap, and look, I mean, he's not that far off the top of the box. Oh wait, hold on a second. I haven't looked at... No, Venus is a lifeguard horse. I was thinking maybe I looked at the blues list by mistake. Wait. No, it's right, yeah. Super curious. They're being like saying quick and everything else because there's so many people who are waiting. Very thoughtful, considerate, this lady. And again, how quickly could the horse munch that kid's head? Remember last month we saw the small boy at the other end with Q10 when Q10 attempted to bite his entire head and the boy screamed, so it does happen. More pleasurable, in fact, to be able to stand directly in front without getting shoved. Oh, he said hi when the horse looked at him. Hi. He said to his friend, I reckon his name is Nigel. Definitely not Nigel. Oh wait, he's his friend.
Come on, Megan, go.
They're English. Funny. Go for it, that's enough. Oh, truck driver here from Nebraska, everyone. Okay, that's interesting. So that horse knows the way to get it. It was definitely Arnie before. Wow. Okay, folks, there we have it. So the previous horse in the box, we arrived and there was an empty box here. Arnie was in the box, wouldn't stop trying to bite tourists. Trooper was really, really heavy on the reins, trying to stop tourists from getting bitten. The horse was like, you know what, you don't let me bite, I'm not working. Had a meltdown, was taken in. That's kind of a pity actually, because the chance of Ralden coming back out on the hour are extremely low. I'll be here to see that. I think in part 2. Actually, wait, there'll be a part 2 if Ralden comes out. I think we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Sweet.
Don't touch the reins.
Nice guy there with his kid. That was his voice saying, "Don't touch the reins." I like it when tourists kind of sandwich themselves between the wall of the box and the horse, because if the horse moves around a teeny bit, she's going to get pushed into the box. Actually, we saw it, didn't we, last week when that young lady got pushed into the box. In fact, I think it was Ralden that did it. And then the trooper shouted at her to get out of the box when it wasn't even her fault. It was the horse's fault. Near crunchy noise, folks, is me trying to subtly chew a mint. Hopefully that's not being picked up by the microphone. Okay, fresh from the hairdressers on the left. How the hell is he not sweating in all that kit? The tourist, not the trooper. Actually, I'm the trooper thinking about it. Both the troopers are super icemen today in the boxes. Okay, that's what happens when you buy too much papier-mâché for your kids' school projects and they make you a blouse from it. Canberra, you're going to scare the horse. in a purse there, folks, because he's got a Colt 45. So if that horse bites me, I'm going to blow its head off. She's worried about encountering Arnie here.
¿Quién sigue? ¿Quién sigue? Yo sigo. Yo. Tengo tantos ganas de caballo, no, ¿qué me acerco si venía a caballo? ¿No? Caballito, no me hagas nada.
She's walking in the wrong direction. Nope. Hold on a second, folks. Let's hope she doesn't push the whole building over.
Gracias.
Never thought about wearing all black on a sunny day, actually. Meanwhile, all optically, then I really thought he was about to walk into them. Okay, that's interesting. Civil servants. I didn't quite get the end of what she said. It must be so irritating them for them to have like, and then it cut off. Like, I'm not sure what she was going to say, but kind of ironic that the civil service bods can't quite grasp the fact that, you know what, the troopers sign up for this. They know it's coming. Massive group here, folks. No idea where they're from. Oh, the Frenchies. In fact, lots of Frenchies, whole group. We're looking around as usual, folks, to see where the teacher is. One just dropped their phone on the floor in front of me.
Regarde de l'autre côté, je te dis. Mais wesh. Viens et moi. De toute façon, il y a des petits mais comment il fait? On n'a même pas pu le gratter.
Troopers looking over because they're a little bit too cheeky, dropping their bags by the chain in the middle. I think the whole school's here, to be honest. It's probably here around me. There's Mehdi from Morocco on the left. French?
Yes.
Yeah, where is your group from? Which part
How
of
do you
France?
recognize Paris?
How do I recognise the fact that you're French?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you recognise the fact that I'm English?
Yeah. Because you're in England.
Well, I mean, there is that, but my voice is well common, surely, no?
Yeah.
So where are you from? Which part of France?
In Paris. Yeah, Paris.
Outskirts of Paris. What, north? Like
North of Paris.
Saint-Denis, that kind of area?
No, like not
Bobigny?
Valdoise.
Ah, Valdoise.
Like
Ah.
Valdoise. Yes. Valdoise. But in Vaux, c'est dans Saint-Denis. No, it's à côté. It's next to Saint-Denis.
Ah, I was thinking,
like,
yes, quite
20 minutes
close.
of Saint-Denis.
Okay, yeah, all right, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. You want win that?
Say again?
You want to win that?
I've been in Paris. I was in Paris last month. I'm in Paris a lot. Next month, I like it a lot because when you live in London and you see all of this, it's like it's normal. So for me, I think Paris is like wow. It's beautiful. Plus the mix in Paris, that interesting mix. Moroccan, Algerian, Tunisian, Parisian.
I'm Algerian.
Are you Algerian? I
She's
thought.
Algerian
Okay.
and she's Lebanese.
Okay, well, you're unusual then. Not too many Lebanese. It's a big Lebanese community in Paris.
I speak Lebanese.
En gros, c'est une big communauté à part de Lebanese.
No, not that much, but in special neighborhood there are a lot, but
Yeah.
they are
Like,
not like European
In
people.
Paris, there's a lot of like North Africans, Algerians,
Not much Middle Eastern.
And Chinoise, no?
yeah, Chinese.
Like I noticed that
Like,
so many Chinese
Indians,
restaurants. Yeah. It's changing quickly, the
There are
dynamic of
not
Paris.
much,
Vietnamese.
Middle Eastern people.
Yeah? Is that good or bad for you girls as French? What do you think? Is it good or bad? A lot of, I mean, traditionally Paris has been very, very Arabic, very French. Now it's become much more Asian Chinese, isn't it? Massively, I noticed.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't think.
Oh, oh, teachers shut us down. Thanks, teacher. We're just enjoying that conversation then with the girls. I was interested in their perspective on the way that Paris is changing because, as you heard, Lebanese, Algerians. Okay, so they would be likely second, perhaps third generation immigrants to France from North Africa, Middle East. Now, the fact that, for example, in a lot of neighborhoods in Paris, even the outskirts, they said they're quite close to Saint-Denis, 20 minutes away. The fact that they said that they're noticing this change as well, but I really noticed it obviously because I'm there, not a lot, but enough. And let's not forget that a lot of Parisians, girls like we just spoke to in that group, they don't live typically in the centre of Paris. Okay, it's very unfortunate and very sad, but a lot of people get pushed out, so there's kind of rough banlieue areas around the périphérique, Paris Ring Road, blah blah blah. So it's really interesting to hear. We didn't quite get to the point of the question, annoyingly, because the teacher closed us down. We didn't quite get to hear the answer about whether or not they thought it was a good or bad thing that a lot of their generation, second generation or third generation immigrants are being pushed out and replaced. Their local businesses, their neighbourhoods are now becoming massively Asianized, I think, for want of a better word. It's ironic because the same thing is happening here. Yesterday, interesting enough, we had in the news the fact that a very, very well-known and wealthy Pakistani businessman has made a huge donation to reform. And his justification for doing that, in his words, was the fact that we legal immigrants that came here, worked, paid taxes, built a business and had a family, are getting sick and tired of the fact that there are so many people arriving here illegally, coming across the channel from other places, not going through the proper procedure. So it's kind of ironic that so many first, second, and in some cases third generation immigrants are now getting really, really cheesed off by the fact there are so many people arriving legally. Why? Because it's placing too much pressure on the cost of living, on employment opportunities, on social care. For example, if you have children with special needs or you have relatives that need nursing, etc. Funny, isn't it? So many people seem to think that these kind of parties, these I wouldn't say right-wing like the media does, but right-of-centre parties are anti-immigration. Some of them are, and we know that, and that's kind of sad because immigration has been a wonderful thing in this country, I can tell you. NHS would have collapsed a long time ago without it, and the same in France for similar reasons. Illegal, unrestricted, undocumented immigration is not a positive thing in any country ever. I think most of us would agree on that point. Anyway, enough of the politics. Really interesting to speak to Frenchies. Oscar was saying that it was Arnie that had a meltdown and then went in. Like, was it a bad one? Just kind of like.
No, it's just like it's not that kind of bad.
She was trying to bite people, but the trooper wouldn't let her. That's annoying. That means that she won't be back probably today. I think
He's not gonna go.
Damn it! It's the best horse here out of the lifeguards. Oh well, folks. There we have it. Okay, so the Frenchies at the front now. But where's the teacher that just... the teacher's eyeballing me. She'll probably think I was trying to chat with the students, but they started talking to me. So... Regardez moi. This, to be honest, folks, I have to say it, is probably the best behaved French group we've ever had here at Horseguards. I've lost count of how many videos we've had of misbehaving Frenchies, including that classic where the whole class got thrown out. actually, one second folks. I've just spotted some people are really taking you know what in the yard. An annoying thing being we're super close to the end of it. One second. These go down sometimes. Yeah, be careful. If it goes down quick, you're going to fall over. Take it easy. Oops. One second, folks. Just told the kid there that's sitting on the bollard. For some reason, I don't know why, all of these just went around the corner. The trooper didn't shout, but I could see him looking at them. Very curious. Okay, so we're super close. Well, let me check the time and decide on part 2. It's a tricky one, actually. I know if I do start part 2, Radon won't come out, but conversely, the opposite will be true. Okay, yeah, I'm going to stop this video, folks, and be back shortly. If you look in the description below and it says part 1 of 2, it means there will be 2 parts. I'm on the fence a teeny bit. I'm going to hang around, have some water, rehydrate, and see what happens with the changeover, and whether or not, by some luck, we might well get Radon coming out. If we do, great. If we don't, hey, not the end of the world. Either way, I will be back soon. Bye for now, folks.